Student success is always our primary goal. In any educational institution, that's one of the things that we focus on a lot. The students of today's society live in a technological world. They're used to screens. They deal with screens all the time. So when you get something like Math Help Services, it's addressing that particular learning style of the students, and it's addressing the whole need of getting the math curriculum across to them. So it's a really innovative tool that addresses both those concepts, kids, the way they learn, and the math curriculum. I think it's an absolutely wonderful tool. If it's done properly and used within the classroom, there's success. The way that the different concepts are introduced, the students get a chance to learn the concept. It's both visual and it's verbal, so it addresses different learning styles. After they've learned that particular concept, then what happens is they can practice their knowledge by doing questions, and usually they're randomly selected, so they can do anywhere between 3 and 5 questions. After they do that, if they're pretty sure about what they know, they can actually go on and test their knowledge by doing a mini test. Now, if somewhere along in that process they don't actually understand or they're missing something, they can actually go right back to the initial concept when it's being explained, and they can learn where they made their mistakes, or they can relearn it, or they can review it, and that gives them a chance to solidify the knowledge that they need so that they can actually do the questions successfully and learn those concepts and ultimately have student success. So there's a continuous feedback module part of that, and I think that particular tool is essential because nobody learns the same way, and if they need a second time to actually, you know, listen to it or learn about it, then that gives them the opportunity. If they need instant feedback, then that's there as well. And a lot of students are used to instantaneous feedback. They're used to instantaneous reactions, and because that's what happens when you live in a screen world. And that particular aspect of it is there. So I think it's a great innovative tool, and I'm really, really happy that we have it in our school and that students are using it.
I think the thing I like the most about the Math Help Services is the ability for students to access the material from anywhere. Getting online and getting the material is key for their success in math, and Math Help Services allows them to get that. The other part that I quite enjoy is the ability for parents to access how the kids are doing at school, particularly in math. It gives parents instant notification if there is a problem, and also validation when there are successes. Well, without teachers liking the tool, it would not be used in class. So the fact that teachers find it very user-friendly, and the fact that teachers have seen the successes that have come from it, have made it an incredible and a very valuable tool in schools. The biggest advantage is it allows them to spend that time with students. Math Help Services is there as a tool, but the teacher is ultimately the most important part of a student's education. So when we take back some of the time that teachers have spent either grading homework or collecting homework, and we allow them to work with the students, it is allowing additional time for teachers to impact change on those kids.